Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Broncos are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Bengals, who will need to solve that secondary.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On play action, now Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's Bernard. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. The 40, the 30, and he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 74 yards. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They run it again with Hill. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on 3rd down for the Broncos. 43 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he's got some physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter, even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
As aggressive as Cincinnati is on defense, I was surprised that they only had 33 sacks last season.
Yeah, bottom half of the NFL.
I think that helped contribute to them not making the playoffs. Remember, they had a nice little run going. That's the first time they missed in the last 6.
An update now from Oakland. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
All right, let's focus now on Giovanni Bernard. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a pro back, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Shane Ray, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Virgil Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. This caught by Royal. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his prime.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Marshall coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue line it! Blue line! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3.
Again, it's Charles. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Let's go.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Here we go now.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
All right, here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. They begin the drive with Hill. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Dalton to Hill on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Second down now after the incompletion.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, will wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On second down, Hill. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And an update from out west in Oakland. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They begin the drive with Charles. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
All right, here we go. Green.
On play action, it's Garoppolo rolling to his left. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They run it. It's Charles. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
Here we go now.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 34-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down now, Hill, he lost 2 there, and it's third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Third and long, what will Dalton dial up? And the Broncos get there and take him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Another drive getting ready to start here for Demaryius Thomas. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down following the incompletion. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And a wildcat formation here. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. They give him 27 yards. On the third down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The play fake to Hill. Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On second down, Hill. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Marshall in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down, Dalton. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Dalton off play action. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. First down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bengals take possession. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt. Hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. Second down following the run. Andy Dalton. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on third and long. Dalton. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet,
they'll run on first down. Hill. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down now, Hill, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And Bullock will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He finds an opening past the 40, and he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas. Welcome back now to Denver. Fresh set of downs here. Garoppolo now. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips and bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They run again on first down. Anderson. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches, but when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Andy Janovich, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Royal making the catch over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shane Ray in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's got room. And he slides to avoid the hit. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Gerald Hodges coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
When you think of Jamal Charles, you think of speed. Pure lightning, absolutely electric. And sometimes with those speed guys, the ball can get away from their body a little bit when they're carrying it, and some fumbles can result.
They were able to jar it loose there. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Underneath here to Hill. Fighting through. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. His pass caught at the 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Play action here with Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Play action. Garoppolo. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games.